Hey CFP, welcome to Move Better Monday. This is our second week of going through some overhead progression stuff. Last week we touched on the basic glenohumeral car, shoulder car. This week we're going to look into the shoulder blade, the scapula, and its role in our ability to kind of move some overhead stuff. We're going to start here, and then what we're going to do over the next couple of weeks is show some really excellent progressions for some overhead movement for that. So we're going to start with a basic motion and activity to kind of really work on building some strength and some control. It's going to be pretty challenging at first, and ultimately at the end of the day, if you're ever doing any of these activities or having any discomfort or pain, please do not try to progress or move through pain. Just stop the task, and if you have any questions, you can always go through and reach out to me, direct message me, or contact me via phone or email. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of a dynamic motion task. This is called a scapular hover. I'm going to do it in a kneeling position. You can do it in standing. You can do it in functional positions like a squat or a jerk position or whatever position you so desire. I'm going to show you kneeling. I'm going to show you from the side on how we're going to go through and set this up. So I'm just going to turn this way. We're going to start again by just trying to create some tension here. So we're going to create some tension in our core. Breathing in, making everything nice and tight. We're going to start with our hands behind our head, okay? And for the show of the video, I'm going to show my elbows in front first. What I'm going to have you do is we're going to try to pull the elbows back as far as we can. I'm keeping tension in my core. With my elbows back, my hands are still touching the back of my head. I'm going to remove my hands from the back of my head here now. Without arching my back, I'm going to keep this locked in. What I want to do is try to separate and bring the elbows down as far down as I can, thinking about trying to drive the elbows backward behind me as far back as I can go. What I'm going to do next is once I reach the bottom and feel like I'm pressing my elbows down to the floor as far as they will allow me, I'm going to reverse direction, come back overhead. Without touching my hands to the back of my head, I'm going to try to bring the elbows up and try to touch them overhead as much as I can go. From here, I'm going to keep them back, and I'm going to continue to reverse the flow of direction, coming back the opposite way, bringing that back down. I'm going to perform about 3 to 5 repetitions of these. This is a great strength building opportunity here. It's going to set the basis and the tempo for anything that we plan to go through and do overhead, whether it be a hanging activity like a pull-up or any type of pressing activity as well. So the goal with this task is that we wind up working to use the shoulder blade independently of our spine and our shoulder to allow for overhead motion. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for next week as I'll show you some progressions off of that to really help improve with our overhead stabilization.